banyacyubahiro mwese muri hano, Perezida wa Sena, Perezida w'inteko y'abadepite, Chief Justice, Prime Minister, banyacyubahiro baminisitiri, banyakubahwa muhagarariye ibihugu byanyu n'imiryango mpuzamahanga, barangiza bakongeraho ngo ariko iyo ariko niyo nshaka ko twumva neza, ko tuyisuzume turebe niba ifite agaciro, niba ifite ishingiro. ariko ni byiza byose, ariko byabaye byiza byose, ariko igiti abanyarwanda ntibagira uburenganzira, ntibisa, ntibavuga. kuvuga ngo ntimuvuga bifite icyo bivuze ku buryo butandukanye, nka butatu, bubiri cyangwa butatu. kumuvuga ngo ntimuvuga nuko byaba bivuze ko muri ibiragi. abanyarwanda ni ibiragi, ntibavuga. niyo baba bafite icyo bashaka kuvuga, ntabwo bavuga kuko nta rurimi bafite, kuko ari ibiragi. icyo ni kimwe. icya kabiri ni ukuvuga ngo abanyarwanda ntibavuga kubera ko ntabwo ari ibiragi, ariko hari ubafata ku munwa akababwira ati ceceka ntumuvuge. icya gatatu nuko mushobora kuba mushobora no kuba ko ntawe bafata ku munwa ngo babuze kuvuga, ariko nta n'icyo mufite kuvuga. nicyo bivuze. ndashaka rero ko tugisubiza dusobanura icyo turi cyo vis-à-vis icyo abandi batubona turi cyo. Hanyuma tumenye neza uruhare rwacu, icyo duhitamo, icyo dushaka kuba. Waba uvugwa ko umeze utya cyangwa umeze utya cyangwa umeze utya, hari icyo wavugwa utari cyo, hari kugenda avuga. Dukwiriye gusobanukirwa icyo turi cyo, icyo dushaka. Ushaka kutubona ukundi, ibyo bikamureba. Umbona nabi, ntameze nabi, ari we bizabera umuzigo abyikorere. Buri munsi rwose tubisobanura, kuko economy iragenda neza, ibintu biragenda neza, ariko mu Rwanda nta demokarasi. Mu Rwanda press freedom zero. Ibindi ni ibiki bakunze kuvuga? No space. Which space is bigger than this one? In fact, the space that is lacking is the space that is constantly being occupied by those intruders. This nonsense from outside is occupying our space. This nonsense from outside. These teachers of political space, these teachers of press freedom, these so-called teachers of freedoms, the very teachers of freedoms who give freedoms to murderers of our own people, genociders who killed 1 million people. So what are you talking about? The same people who get stuck with the cases of murderers, Bagosora, this murderer, the leader of genocide, it has taken them 17 years to try him, and try him so badly. And let those who worked with the Bagosora to kill our people to go scot-free. And you come and give lessons here about freedoms? You are a joker. Some of us, that those same people accused of stifling freedoms here in Rwanda, are fighters for freedoms. We have fought for our freedom and for other people's freedom for so many years from our childhood. You are just liars. We have interests in our own rights and freedoms, as anyone else has. There are no lessons to be learned about freedoms from these same people with the double standards who tell lies everywhere. Well, but they can do it because they can. Just because they can, not because they are right. And they can do it to Africans. They want to do it to Rwandans. But I want to assure you, we are different people. You Rwandans, and the people you represent, you people sitting here, you should not accept this nonsense, because accepting it is unthinkable. If you accept it, it cannot be worse for you. So you are better off standing up and challenging it and fighting back. Let no one speak for you. These journalists, these human rights activists, these masqueraders, they should not speak for you. Speak for yourself. Some people make it sound like freedoms are a myth, whose possibility and definition is only in the hands of a few. Yes, they are the ones who have the power and the privilege and the capacity to define for you what is in your interest and what constitutes your freedom. My question is, who are you? Wewe ni nani? Who are you speaking for? There are these Rwandans, these millions of people are here, sitting here, waiting for you to come and tell them what is in their interest, what is good for them, what their freedoms should be. Well, it's an insult to you Rwandans. You should take it as an insult. So, I just want to tell you here and now that I reject the whole idea. Every day, and you see, we cannot achieve all these good things that people are talking about. We cannot make progress. At the same time, be so bad in terms of democratic governance or freedoms. They just don't add up. It doesn't add up. So every day, progress, but what? Why don't you go and answer your own but where you belong? Why do you come to us? Go and answer the but. When I see you, there are, even for me, I stand here and say, oh, you are developed, you have lessons you teach others, but. Yes. So you better answer that, but. Well, let me tell you an example here. I was just reading, I think it was on Monday. I was reading, newspapers, but the article was written in French. I'm not so bad at and somebody from a country that is so much interested in Rwanda was talking about her own government and says, how can our government, of course, this is a government that has only been formed after 2 years without a government in place. And somebody says, how are we going to be ruled by a minority, because somebody going to rule the country was the prime minister is supposed to be, to have an Italian background, you know. So he's a minority in a country he's from a minority in a country he's going to lead. And he says, we cannot be governed like Rwanda. What do they wish? I'm sure they wish to be governed like Rwanda because they have not been having a government for so many years. And not because they didn't want to have a government, because they failed to put in place a government. And yet you're saying, no, we cannot be minority. Who is a minority? Me. No, I'm not from a minority. You see, I'm not from a minority. I am from the RPF. The RPF is the majority. I am from these Banyarwanda here, these. Which Banyarwanda are a minority in their own country? No. But these are the same people who make references about Rwanda, who want to have lessons about governance, about freedoms, about all sorts of things. What are they talking about? You want to teach me, to give me lessons about my own freedom? You want to give Rwandans lessons about their own freedom? But now, let me try to summarize this. The main problem is just one. And probably that's why we are here. It's one main reason we are here. They can afford to call you all sorts of names. They want to say anything about you or even do anything. They will do anything. You know that? Did you know that? If you want to know how they will do anything about you, you ask where Mutara Rudahigwa went and who put him where he went. Yes, they'll do that. But again, that's not the main point I want to talk about. They will do that because you depend on them. They give you money, they give you leftovers, they give you anything. That's the main difference. That's the main problem. When you are a beggar, anything will happen to you. Even just passers by. N'abahitaho bigendera barakureba bakakuvuma. Yes. That is the position we are in. That is the position we want to leave far behind us. And that's why we are here. That's why I want to say to you, when we are here, treat it as very important. And leave this place more determined than ever to go and do the best we can and leave that position of being beggars behind us. That's when there will be no references made about us. That's when every Dick, Tom, and Harry will not just come and climb all over you and say whatever they want about you. That's the point I wanted to make to you today. That's the importance of this gathering here. And through you, the message must go to all Rwandans. Agaciro kabo nibo bagomba kukiha. Ntabwo kagenerwa mu binyamakuru cyangwa kuri telefone. Ntabwo ari agaciro k'u Rwanda n'Abanyarwanda kagenerwa. Oh, freedoms, freedom. Ejo bundi, you know, every time I meet, you know, I really, I wish I didn't have to meet the press at all. But I have to meet the press because I'm told that's what I must do. Every time I meet them now, they're asking me when I'm leaving office. They are not even patient to let me serve my time. They actually want me to leave now. But these Rwandans have tasked me and given me a responsibility to serve them at least until 2017 in this office. And after that, I can serve them in any other capacity other than this office. Because I served them before, when I was not. I don't have to serve Rwandans when I'm in this office I hold today. No. I served them before I came to this office I'm holding today. I can serve Rwandans after this office. So what is the fuss about? Why are people developing a headache for nothing? You know, and it doesn't matter what I say. When I say no, they say no, he said yes. When I say yes, they say no, he said no. So we keep running around with, it's ridiculous, honestly. Of course, all along, if I had to be elected in this office by the press, I wouldn't have been elected in the first place. No, absolutely not. Now, they start even accusing me of an offense committed by Sheikh Fazil, the minister. He's there. You know him. I think he talked to the press and told them what he wanted to tell them about term limits, about in Rwanda, and so on and so forth. Now I am being accused of that. Honestly, how can I be accused of an offense committed by Fazil? I think Fazil needs to carry his own cross. I'm not going to carry Fazil's cross. This is not serious. And some of us are used to serious business. I should not be accused of the offense Fazil has committed. No, it's wrong. Charge me for my own problems. So to those members of the good press who misunderstand us, I don't think they even misunderstand just me, they misunderstand Rwandans. And I think you Rwandans need to stand up for yourselves. So they, draw cartoons about me, that when I was asked, I didn't know, I was vague. I've never been vague in my life. I'm never vague. What you see is what you get from me. There's no vagueness about me. It's not part of my life. So, can we proceed with our meeting without vagueness? And I wish you a good meeting. Thank you.